According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, men commit 90% of all homicides worldwide. 90% of all murders committed by men. The same report says that in the United States, men account for 90% of all prisoners, many of whom are less than 30 years of age. Young men incarcerated in droves. These numbers are more than just statistics. For me, they read like a desperate plea for help. What does it mean to be a man? A question that is central to any conversation about masculinity. A question that is too often responded to in the language of violence. I dedicate my poem, Man Up, to all the sweet, innocent young boys who are sacrificed on the altars of masculinity. Man up. I was 7 years old when the front door of my house closed. The draft, a sweeping force, lifting the echo, the words that waif and drift, float and hang a cloud just above me. One cloud in a storm, a whirling, raging storm that still rains and thunders, just as those words ring and torture after all these years. Stop acting like a little bitch. Get out there and be a man. Man up. Get tough. Lose the tears. Get extreme. Dominate. No matter the field. In sports, in games, in combat, in love. Insane. Win and win and win, even when there is nothing to win but empty winning. But we do not all win. Does that mean we are not all men? What is a man? Women are sugar and spice, and we learn early to never be nice to them or be anything like them, resembling them, be nothing but a man. And men are snips and snells and puppy dog tails and the number one murderers on the face of this earth. Men kill extremely, in extreme numbers, bigger, stronger, faster. Turn on the nightly news, hear man roar, tally the score daily, more and more and more. True. It's not always murder. Sometimes men just batter or assault or rape. Then, when men aren't killing others, men take their own lives at a ridiculous rate, beyond fear, deeper than hate. Pain is where I'm rooted. My every branch, anger, while black rain from that cursed cloud grows me. The ancient family gender tree, masculinity. On that day, when I was 7, I ran down off that porch, acted like a man, and got pummeled, beat down. The taste of blood, liquid iron, clotted with mucus, clotted my nose and throat. Heavy punches, followed by silver bright flashes of light, exploded behind my closed eyes. My fists flailed powerlessly. On the ground, curled up, kicked in my gut, all air and sound left my body. Arced in agony, suspended, breathless, silent. In that moment of desperation, I discovered manhood. That emptiness, that loneliness, that pain, the acceptance of detachment, no sympathy, and agreed upon rejection of masculine connection born of fear of being called gay. My attacker and I both sacrificed to violence, the masculine paradigm. 7, a late bloomer. In time, I'd get mine. Another boy, weaker, more afraid, more feminine, my victim. His blood grew my blood thicker, more manly. His fear, his sweat, his spit and dignity glazed my fist. My boys slapped my back as we celebrated. My boys. Through blood, I was in. One of them. I regarded my victim as weak, pathetic, girly. Hating in him what I saw and feared in myself. I marched on to other victims, other predators. The seesaw of pain and anger played out on the playground. Adolescence, straight through convalescence. It could happen any day. Get disrespected, disavowed as a man in a mere flash of a second. Life or freedom snatched away by that same cloud. The all-seeing eye of the storm. Stop acting like a little bitch. Get out there and be a man. And kill or be killed, trying to defend the indefinable, what it means to be a man. I teach English at Nevada's only maximum security prison for juvenile boys. Every day, I see our young men struggling to fit into the tight shoes of masculinity. Masculine shoes influence the way they stand and the way they walk. Masculine shoes also influence how they target one another as prey. misunderstood. Masculinity informs many of their decisions. As educators, mentors, leaders, parents, it's up to us. What are we going to do to prepare our boys to answer the question, what does it mean to be